You know, personally, I think a team is one of the most powerful things in this world. And once everybody learns their role and what part they are of a team, they can accomplish things they never thought possible. We took it one step further than that and added our core values. So for us, the T is toughness, the E is effort, A is attitude, and lastly, the M is maturity. You got to be tough to play at Grenada. I mean, that's just the way it is. And there's so many different levels and layers of that we talk about. We're in the weight room right now, and we talk about being physically tough. And you have to be that to be good at football. You got to be strong. You got to be fast. We train these kids for that. But there's also a side of mental toughness. You know, when you get knocked down, how are you going to get back up? What inside of you is going to push you to get back up and play another play? Emotionally, I'm an emotional guy. This is an emotional game. How are you going to control that? You got to be emotionally tough. You can't let what somebody outside these walls, you can't let their opinions dictate, you know, your outcome and your effort. So you got to be emotionally tough. And so we talk about these things with our kids every day.
Tay Lewis, just everything you want in a kid. His work ethic is off the charts. Talked him into powerlifting this year, just thought it'd be good for him, and he worked so hard. He can think in the region meet, he finished third. North Half, he finished second. We went to the state championship. He wasn't supposed to win, but and his resiliency and his work ethic, he ends up winning the state championship in the 165-pound weight class, which is unreal. And then, you know, it translates out here. He's played linebacker for 2 years. Going into his senior year, we're asking him to change positions to the offensive side. A selfish kid would not like that. But Tay Lewis is all in. I mean, whatever you need me to do, and he has taken ownership of it, and has just absolutely excelled in it so far.
I feel like weight room has a lot to do with it. Being in the weight room, it takes a lot of mental to get that rep. It's like you feel like you can't do that rep. To me, it goes along with the field. You feel like you can't get up the next play. You just gotta keep going, you gotta get it up. You gotta get up. I personally learned it with ROTC, going to boot camp and stuff. They taught me that, like, I can, like, it's more than me. Like, I can, even when my body tells me I can't, you gotta get out your mind and just do it. You can. Being on the field, I get knocked down. I gotta just get back up and help my team. I got teammates depending on me, be right there by them every play and just keep going. Me personally, I don't think I used to be tough. I used to let just people run over me and stuff. It's just something I had to learn playing Grenada football. You gotta be tough.
Jarquez Perry, he's a senior. One of the key cogs of our defensive line. He's been playing defensive end since he was a sophomore, and he is a really big part of our success on defense. He's fast, he's really strong. He always keeps a pretty level head, which is a really important thing when we're playing football, because if you get too high or too low, you got a good chance of making a mistake that'll cost your team.
Physically, you gotta be physically tough to play the sport we play and go out there on game days, and you gotta really just be stronger than everybody and be able to do what you do on the field and off the field. Mentally tough is like when other teams scoring and you know you gotta get through, and good teammates, they lift you up and they tell you you're gonna be all right, and just gonna go out there and make another play. South Panola game, when we first lost the division championship game, you know, I was mentally, like, wasn't feeling it, but Aaron Travis told me you're gonna be all right and gonna get with it and just go out there and make another play, and that's what I did, and just went for there. You know, it's tough having all the expectations on us and wanting to go back to state this year and stuff. And, you know, as a team, we working hard to go accomplish that goal and get back where we were last year and just work harder and play harder so we can get to that goal again.
And I just think that tough people still win. And that doesn't mean you go around like a big bully, but that means something bad happens to me, I'm gonna be okay. Because I learned at a young age that tough people win. And I'm gonna get back up and dust myself off and keep going. And that's what we're trying to teach our kids. You know, we should never have to coach effort at Grenada. We play hard, we practice hard, we train hard. You know, our effort should never come in question, and to be honest with you, it really doesn't here. We play harder than anybody. That's who we are. That's what separates us from everybody else. And the way we play is the way we practice. So today, I should see effort all the way across the place. Defense, run to the ball. Offense, finish the play. Effort, effort, effort. Every single snap all day long. You got me? Yeah. Team on three. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. First group on the 20. Find somebody till the whistle blows. Find somebody.
Effort is the perfect word to describe Jamani Washington, because he, man, when he's out there, he gives everything he has. He's sprinting from the moment the play happens. He's seeing things before even I see it sometimes. He's playing with just relentless physicality and just max effort in pursuit of the ball and who has it or wherever it is. He's not going to stop until he's won the rep. And he'll let you know he won the rep, but he's not going to stop until he won the rep.
Effort is the way you hold yourself or the way you accomplish something in life. And that goes beyond on the field, that goes off the field too. But effort on the field is the way that you continue to play the next play. Or if you make a bad play, you get up and shake it off and just get ready to play the next down. Effort is holding yourself accountable to the mistakes that you make, or just being human and living after mistakes are made. It never really clicked my sophomore year while I was starting, because, you know, I never really seen football as my first opportunity until I started blowing up. So it really clicked like summertime of last year, where I really needed to put the work in to be what I wanted to be. And now I'm getting there and it's great. When I go into practice, I think of the mindset as if every play is my last play, like I'll never play again. And that's just beyond playing in games. I think that practice, sometimes people get hurt in practice, so I say that I might not ever play football again. So going into that, I practice that the way I play. This is one of the most, put together teams that I've ever played with or played on. Effort-wise, we work out and we, practice every single day. Like it's just the last workout or the last practice that we'll ever attend. So when we work out and when we practice, we put a lot of effort into it. And I think that's why in the recent years, or like the last year or two, we've been successful.
Kevion Noel, he's played cornerback for us, safety. He's a very important piece to what we do on defense. He lines up everywhere, he makes the calls, he executes the calls, and he's never down, he's always up. His character what sets him apart from different kids. I mean, he's yes sir, no sir, what can I do to get better? Effort is tenacious, just amazing kid to coach.
Effort to me, it means, like to give it your all, whether like the end goal or not, because at the end of the day, if you put your all into something, you're gonna get something out of it. You know, even if it's not what you wanted to be, when you give your all in something, it's gonna help you to become better, not just in that field, but as a person overall. My work ethic comes from, you know, just having to work for everything, not having nothing handed to me, always having something to prove, you know, whether it's in football or anything else in life, I always had to prove myself in every field. I got a role in this team, they depend on me, so I gotta put my all into every day, because got people that look up to me, looking after me, so, you know, effort's contagious. If I give my effort, the rest of my team will give their effort too. So that's how I look at it. Really, once I seen how invested my coaching staff was to getting us to that state championship, it motivated me, because, you know, they were investing in us, so why not invest in them, you know, give my all as well. My defensive back group, we work hard every day. We got a great coach, you know, he pushes us to the limits every day because he wants to get the most out of us. So because of that, you know, I gotta give my all too, because it's only right, it's only right. At the beginning of the season last year, you know, I didn't play really good, and I felt like I was letting my team down. So after the beginning of the season, I made a promise to myself, you know, I'm gonna work hard, I'm gonna give my all to this team, because, you know, they depending on me, you know. And because of that, I always got that motivation in the back of my head, you know, if I don't do good, how can my team perform, you know? So because of that, I just been pushing myself every day, you know, past the limits. I'm motivated every day to just give my all for this team, because they depend on me, and in order for me to be able to get to the next level, I gotta put in this work. So that's what I gotta do.
So you have 11 players starting on defense. 10 players could play the perfect game, and that one player messes up, it screws up the whole defense. So it's not a I team, it's not an I game, because there's no I in team, it's T.E.A.M. It's a unit, it's like a team effort. And in order to have that effort, we have to be as one and be as a unit.
We're going to be a lot of positive thinkers. We're going to talk about our goals. We're going to talk about, you know, what our ambitions are, and we're going to have a good attitude when we come to work every day. You know, that's our coaching staff cultivates that, and when our kids come in, they know when they walk in those doors, all the negativity is going to stay outside, because it's all about us, and we're going to be a lot of positive thinkers. So our attitude's going to be good.
I previously coached at Georgia State University. I just signed with the CFL, Saskatchewan Rough Riders, so I'll be leaving for camp soon. So I'll be playing that and continuing my football career.
In football or in sports, you know, that's your identity. You know, how you attack each day. You know, are you a guy that sometimes, or are you an everyday consistent guy? You know, just having that right attitude, coming in every day, making sure you're doing the right things, making sure you're doing school work, all of those things that add up for you being a great player. And there's no great player that's ever, you know, played this game without doing all the right things.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, when you're a snapper or a kicker, one of those two guys, you have to have a good attitude when you come out here, because the only time that you get praised or any recognition at all is when you mess up. So Carson comes out here every day, and he has the right kind of attitude when he walks out on the field. He's prepared, he's ready to go. He's always one of the first ones out here to get his warm-ups in. He's always looking for something that he can do better, and just to have that type of attitude of, I can improve upon something. You know, he's been our snapper for the last 2 years. He's done all the punt snapping for the last 2 years, but yet he comes out here every day and he's looking for something he can do better.
When you go through a hard time and how people treat you, they can treat you the wrong way sometimes, and your attitude determines on how you look at that, and you look at it as be more mature than them and treat them nicer. And when you go to football, you have a bad game, bad day of practice, keep yourself up and lifted so that you don't keep making the same mistakes and thinking about the same thing you're doing over and over again. My dad's always taught me to be a good person and treat everybody. I'm a Christian, and do how Jesus would do it was treat everybody great, and whether they treated him bad, he forgave the people that crucified him. The 4th round of playoffs, when we played South Panola the second time at South Panola, I had a pretty bad game when it comes to the snaps, and everybody was on my back, and I felt pretty down on that game. Teammates, they helped me build myself up. They didn't let me get too down in the dumps. Jamani came up to me as I was coming off the field of a bad snap and gave me a good brotherly hug. Had Coach Purvis, Coach Fair, Coach Harville, all the guys that helped me through practice in the week, they came up to me and believed in me and just told me that just do what I do and get it done.
Well, attitude is, the basic fundamentals of a team and of a person. Attitude is life, how you perceive things. Most of the time you're going to go as far as your attitude allows you to go. You're looking for a good, positive attitude to help lead others. Especially if you have a senior group, if they got great attitudes, the younger students or younger players will feed off a good, positive attitude, and it brings them up. So, yeah, it's very important, even for coaches to have good attitudes. And McCallum's always had a great attitude. He had a lot of success, and he grew as a person. His work ethic is wonderful. He's a delightful person to be around, and I enjoy coaching him. When you got a really good player, who's got a really good attitude, that's sort of what you want looking for as a coach.
I know that I'm always goofy. I'm always playing around. So I'm guessing it's my good attitude. But I don't bring stuff from outside into football, because that's really my problem outside of football. But I know what not to do to cause something that will conflict to football. Football is my peace. I gotta have football in my life. You always gotta have a good attitude, because you having a bad attitude, they'll set somebody else off and cause problems. You don't want that in the team. In games, people will always argue or something or try to start something. You just walk away from it. You gotta be what's best for your team. Having a bad attitude, that's not getting you nowhere. You gotta have a good attitude to achieve your goals, work on what you need to work on your skills and all that. I feed off my O-lineman attitude too. If I tell them something and they be like, all right, I got you. That's how I know they got my back, so I got theirs. So when they do right, I do right. Them boys, they like to play a lot, but when it's about business, we handle it well.
Show me some. Show me some. Show me some.
Our 4 senior linemen is coming back, got a great attitude. They work together, they communicate, and if you don't communicate and focus and talk with each other like a family, it's kind of tough. And these guys, they're with each other every day. They know this guy's move, they know that guy's move, and being in the trenches, you got to bring attitude sometimes.
Frank Sanders, right tackle.
Jordan Cunningham, left guard.
Tristan Dubar, left tackle.
Forrest Bledsoe, right guard. To me, attitude, it consists of being coachable and knowing when to transition your feeling towards the game. You can have something going on outside of football, but once you get in, you gotta lock in. You gotta be ready to be coached, and you gotta be ready to be, pushed to your limit. Coach Martin, Coach Purvis, they push us all to our limit. Sometimes you ready to just say, forget it, but you got a team, they counting on you. You got your brothers, they counting on you.
So I believe the attitude can change a good team and make it great. Because I know when the coach gets on to me, I got to listen, pay attention, and correct myself and have a good attitude about it. And it also helps when you have good backs behind you like McCaleb and good coaches behind you like Coach Martin and Coach Purvis.
A good attitude is contagious, to people on your team. We got roughly around 104 players on the team, and I think if I got a good attitude and Jordan or Frank got a good attitude, and it just rubs off from one man to the next.
This group of O-line, we've been friends for a little minute and stuff. We all been growing up together, working together and stuff. We built a team.
All this alignment, you have to have 5 unique people playing the position. You can't have one person do their job and the rest 4 don't.
You can't have 4 people do their job and the other one don't. So it's all have to come together and you work as a unique team.
We can like pass off that attitude, pass that torch to the younger group, and maybe it'll stick with them. Like our attitude, how happy we are during practice, and how we react like when we're in practice. You know, you always want to give 120% whenever you do something. This is Grenada football.
You know, we've got all ages coming through here. And my goal is when they graduate here is we're putting out outstanding young men. And we're doing that. And Grenada's been doing that. So as we talk about our team, it's not only very powerful for our football program, but in every aspect of these kids' lives. I think if you want to be successful, being part of a team and then being tough, having great effort, having a great attitude, and mature during the process, I think carry you a long way.
Zach Townsend can play safety and corner. I mean, off the field, very quiet. On the field, has a real presence about him, and he's very competitive. He's also, you know, very smart on the back end as far as making calls and coming up with the run game and also staying deep. So Zach does a really good job for us, and that goes back to his maturity of playing last year and carrying over to now as a senior. You know, it gives you an option of running more coverages and doing more things on the back end, which can confuse offenses.
Coach Fair been calling the seniors like this whole spring, even though we still juniors, but it's making us realize this our last time ever playing together, so we gotta make it right. It don't feel no different. It just feel like I'm just still a part of the team, but it's crazy knowing that I'm one of the older guys now.
Zach is probably my favorite kid on the team. Quiet, but when he talks, they listen. Great competitor, always on time. Mature for his age. Just a well-rounded kid. He works hard. He don't say much. He don't gripe. He don't complain. He does what it takes to get better each and every day. Flies around. Talk up his teammates, just the ultimate teammate. That's what you want.
I don't do too much talking. I just go out there and just play. When I'm on the field, I just let my actions speak for itself. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta do the right thing. You know, somebody gotta show you. When they yell at you, they ain't just yelling at you for no reason. They know you can do it. That's why they get onto it. Yeah, just a lot what Coach Fair say. You just listen, you just want to do it. And we know if we want to go back to state, we gonna have to grow up and take it serious. Be for real.
We had a couple guys that are with us now that weren't on the team last year for different reasons, but because of the decisions that they've made and their level of maturity. They've been a couple of our hardest working guys this off season. As we're finishing up spring, and they're just really vital to what we're doing. I just think it's a testament to them as a person, because not being able to enjoy all the fun that we had during the state championship run last year, to say, you know what, I'm gonna make the decisions that's required to be a part of that. And they've both done that. And to this point, I couldn't be more pleased with the young men that they're becoming right here in front of us.
Last spring, I went on the team. It took me some time, I had to grow up. Well, I already knew basically I was gonna come back and play because, football is my first love. I was gonna come back and play regardless. So I was just working, just making sure I stay in shape. I just still going to the field, working on my all my craft, doing all that, and it made me just, when he told me I could come try it, I came out to try it out. Then, put me back on the team. Yeah, I done matured more, I done grew up. When I come here, it's just great. I gotta work. That's all I think about. Cause all I think about is I couldn't play last year and I just go hard. I couldn't play last year. I'm trying to be a leader, I'm a senior. trying to be a leader. Like, it's gonna take hard work. It's gonna take hard work during off season, during the summer. It's gonna take all that. You can't stop working.
I feel like I matured a lot because last year I quit over something I shouldn't have quit about. I was real lazy and like couldn't nobody tell me nothing. So I had to mature to see that I did it wrong. And like I feel like I can do a lot to help the team out this year and help them succeed. Been doing good, been here every day. No skipping reps, nothing. Feel good, I wanna win. Wanna be strong. Tyree Phillips, Jannard, like they work ethic is like, it mean a lot to me because they grind almost every day. Like they don't take breaks, no days off, nothing. So I watch them and it come on to me and it helped me do what I do best.
Samaje Avery, outside linebacker, can play inside or outside. Good coverage guy, also comes off the edge and blitzes. He has great work ethic, makes plays all over the field, and very smart player, and it's hard to trick him. So he's a valuable asset to us and very versatile.
I feel like it's important that you have a mature guy on your team because you know, when things go wrong in the game or something like that, even it don't even have to be out in the game. It can be outside or you know, outside of football, basically. You just help your teammates out, you know, make sure you're dependable, basically. Yeah, man, like you know, like a teammate, he's feeling down or, you know, he might have a bad game or something. I try my best to do whatever I can to make sure you good. I'm gonna treat you like family. I think it's the Grenada Chargers tradition, man. I think it's something Coach Fry always preaches, and it really do. It builds brotherhood. It makes you like basically a great teammate. You know, when you need somebody in life that you feel like you can depend on outside of your parents, because then that'd be a real brother. I feel like it helps you know, like when things get down, that you can have somebody that's gonna uplift you, somebody that's gonna help you. You know, even when times is bad and when things are good, it's even better. Like, you know, y'all having fun. You know, I feel like just a great game or whatever, you know, it just feels great.
Maturity is important because it's kind of like having a coach on the field. He can make calls, he can make split decisions, and really guys like that help you win and make the people around them better.
I grew up around a lot of old schools and old heads, so, you know, I learned a little early, be mature, and, you know, I feel like toughness and effort and attitude as well. They all come together to make you mature because, you know, you got to go through all those to get to maturity. I just want to go to college and play football. It's kind of in my bloodline. CJ, my brother, Jannard, that's my cousin, Sharif White, all those. Like, I talk a lot of those guys and get knowledge from them and just learn things that, you know, they didn't already experience up in the upper level of college or, you know, NFL, XFL, whatever you want to call it. I want to just be that guy that, you know, people feel like yeah, he carried on that legacy. Hopefully I'll see some of my brothers here later on in life. You know, we made it to the next level, made it to the biggest lead of them all, and, you know, playing with each other maybe, I don't know.
I'm just really pleased with our spring. You know, we started roughly 4 weeks ago, and we were able to go play a spring game at Kosciuszko. To see where we started this off season to where we finished was, I thought, just amazing. Just, you know, being on the sidelines to watch how hard they played, I was really proud.
Like we dominated defensively. Offensively, we moving the ball good, man. You know, like we just having a good drive, man. A good first game, man. First game back.
I like our physicality. Our physicality. We could work on coming out the ball more, like Coach Irvin said, but like our physicality was there tonight.
Feel great coming out, practicing for 4 weeks, doing what we know we can do. Feels like it's gonna be a good year.
When we stick together, ain't nobody stopping us. It was football, it was Grenada Charger football about.
For real, for real. But it's on the map. I feel like we came out, did our thing, you know, played hard. We practiced for this stuff for 2 weeks and we came out and we succeeded our goal. And now it's time to go to fall, move on, get better every week, whole summer. We're gonna be all right. We're a good team.